Well, hello and welcome back to an overly detailed playthrough of Elden Ring. Today is the day that we have everything that we're gonna get. There's only one outfit that looks more death-like than this, in my opinion. Some people might think two, but I think it's pretty close, and I think this is more death-like than the Raptor set. But it's hers, it's Fia's. But in order to get Fia's set, we have to kill her, and we're not gonna do that. But we're at a milestone here. There is no longer any wandering around that needs to be done, since we have the set that we're going to be wearing. We have the scythe we're going to be hitting things with. We are ready to go. As I said last episode at the end there, we did get the scythe. We got the Grave Scythe, and I only had to kill 169 Gravekeeper skeletons to get it. Easy, dude. Easy. Let me show you my method for it. You can make it faster by keeping the map zoomed. I think medium, probably like that, would be best. Yeah, keep it zoomed all the way out. That's good. It locks on pretty good. But if you're killing 169 of these guys, little things like that are important for speed. So what I did is I mount up. I keep tapping B, because mount riding in this game is like BMX riding in San Andreas. Now I jump off. I hit this skeleton like that. I kill it. Then you hit them again while they're regenerating to keep them dead. And then you run, hit these, double jump like that, gets them dead. Run back, do this, run back, do this, and that's them dead. If they drop any items, you pick them up, and then you hit back, and you port back to the Grace, and you rinse and repeat. And that's what I did. If you get it just right, you can hit him as you jump off the horse in the right direction. And then if you don't go too far, then these guys are still coming out of the ground when you get to them, and you can do this. And that's a lot more efficient. And I was also grabbing this every time I came through. And also this one down here before I went down sometimes. So, I now have 112 Erdly flowers. So if I want to do co-op, I can do a bunch of it. But I picked up quite a few things, wandering around a little bit in this area and just grabbing everything. I didn't go in the church, and I didn't go up there too much. I went up there once to that tree to see if maybe I could kill 5 of these Gravekeeper skeletons, but it's a lot faster to just do these 3 over and over again. You have to go pretty far away to get the other 2 scythe wielders, and they're tied to that tree up there. They're hanging from it, and you have to sit under it for a little bit, and then they drop down, and you can kill them for a chance at that scythe. But there's also an axe-wielding Gravekeeper skeleton up there, who's like twice the size and has 5 times as much health and hits you 10 times as hard. So it was not beneficial at all to go up there to try and get an extra 2 chances. So I just kept killing the 3, but I did get some items. So what was this? Large shard of smithing stone drained of color. A shard of smithing stone drained of color. And a hard smithing stone drained of color. Fascinating. The Arteria leaf. Dark red leaves with thick, swollen veins. Exceedingly rare to find. A faint pulse can be felt in the veins. Stirs the blood, providing an enlivening effect. Warming stone. A ruined fragment blessed with an incantation of the 2 fingers. Craftable item. Uses FP to generate warmth continuously, restoring the HP of those nearby. It's said that the Erd tree was once as warm as the gentle sun, and would gradually heal all who bathed in its rays. Well, that sounds nice. You know what I think would be neat is if FromSoft made a Souls-like that was that actually took place in a time that wasn't depressing. And what I mean by not depressing is just the whole world isn't dead. Like, there's stuff to fight in the real world, but it's not all dead. That's all I mean. The Partisan, a spear with a wide tip. In addition to its thrusting attacks, this highly versatile weapon can be swung to sweep through foes. bears the skill Impaling Thrust, skill that lets piercing armaments overcome enemy shields, build power, then lunge forward for a strong thrust that pierces an enemy's guard. Shatter Earth, one of the glintstone sorceries of Academy of Rea Lucaria, imbues Firul of the caster's staff with magic, then thrusts it into the ground to create a magical shockwave. Allows one follow-up attack. A stone digger sorcery used by the glintstone miners of the Crystal Tunnel. At the Academy, use of this sorcery was a stigma that marked out failed scholars. And I'm not sure why, because it's actually a lot more powerful than some of the sorceries that they have there. Maybe the implementation of it is really simple, and they're like, well, if all you can do is cook macaroni and cheese, then you're not really a chef. Maybe it's that type of thing. I don't know. I'll save the Grave Scythe for last. We're going to look at the human bone shard. A fragment of bone with doom mottling, found by hunting those who live in death. Lamentably brittle, it crumbles at the slightest caress. And the Grave Scythe, a great scythe comprised of a large blade affixed to a crooked stick, a weapon wielded by the aged gravekeepers who tend the forgotten graveyards throughout the lands between. This weapon is said to have served as a charm against evil spirits in times of old. Bears the skill Spinning Slash, which says the same thing as the other scythe, so, get over it, I'm not reading it. And as you can see, the Grave Scythe is +6, but as I said, we have everything that we need to get for now, and it's time to do some exploring. We're gonna start here, and I'm gonna explore the Weeping Peninsula, but I'm gonna enter it the traditional path. And then we're going to come over and we're going to explore, this area. And then probably this area and some of this. And maybe we'll fight kind of 3 bosses, but mostly just 2. It's just debatable whether the first thing I'm going to fight is a boss. But we'll pick up some awesome items along the way too. Hello, sheepies. Oh, maybe we will fight 3 real bosses. Let's see if I can do this. This should be fun. Into the Everjail. I know who lurks here. Yikes. We do some pretty good damage with this thing. Oh, he does some pretty good damage with that thing. Yikes. Ah, I was so close. So close! Almost had him. Oh, Yeah, cut him in half. Yeah. The Bloodhounds Fang. A curved greatsword with a gently undulating blade wielded by Bloodhound knights. A fearsome blade capable of brutal airborne attacks. Bears the unique skill Bloodhound's Finesse. Slash upwards with the Bloodhound's Fang using the momentum of the strike to perform a backward somersault and gain some distance from foes. Follow up with a strong attack to perform the Bloodhound's Step Attack. Remembering controls. It doesn't let me do the teleport. Yeah, if you actually have the skills, the required stats to use this, then instead of just jumping forward, you actually, like, disappear and reappear at a location ahead of you. Oh, I have to two-hand that. That's why I was not doing very much damage the first time I hit the... Whoa! Oh, okay. I was like, what am I getting Deathblight build up from? It's actually just, the Grave Scythe gives you a Deathblight resistance. Oh, what's this item? Hello, fellas. Well, I feel overpowered now. No wonder I killed the Bloodhound so handily. I mean, it took me 2 tries, but first time I fought that guy, it took me like 9 tries or something. The Large Club. The Large Club. A thick, solid lump of wood. Wielding this striking weapon requires no skill. A simple, primitive weapon that requires only brute strength to swing about. Bears the skill Barbaric Roar. Let loose a bestial roar to rally the spirit and increase attack power, while active strong attacks change to savage combos. Oh, I still can't wield it with 2 hands. Nice. What if I do that and then switch? Oh. Disappointed is how I feel right now. Oh, hey, I'll bet you can cross this gap right here. Yep. Then I'll come over here and... I know I said I would cross the traditional way, but I'll still go along the path. I'll just hit these guys in the back, get the drop on them for once, because they have a huge ballista guarding the front of the bridge, and it'll be nice to hit them in the back. It'll make me feel good. When I was killing the Gravekeeper skeletons, they did give me quite a few souls, so I'm level 20 now, instead of the level 15 that I was at the end of last episode. And I put 2 points into intelligence, and then I just dumped the rest into vigor. And then I went and fought these guys while the large club was still equipped in my second weapon slot, meaning I had a fat roll, so I died. I picked up all the items, but none of them were new, so we're just gonna skip to the part where I respawn at the Stake of America in front of the bridge, because that's where the Stake of America is. Oh my god. That's what's wrong. Okay. Haven't picked up anything new from these guys. Stop it. There we go. Now I'm feeling good again. Yay! Okay. Moldering butterflies. Alright, but now you know what it looks like to approach the front of that bridge, too. Silver linings. And then we'll rest and undo everything we just did. But that's fine, because we're not going to worry about it now. We're just going to run past. I might just record 2 episodes today, because I think I'm going to go to like 50 minutes in this recording, which we might reach before I do everything that I said I had planned to do, but I'm going to do everything I planned to do today. Who's this?
Hello? Is somebody there?
No.
Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn to the south. The servants there have rebelled.
Oh no.
I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty.
Do you mean
commander.
secreted? I mean, I guess secret kind of works because she was in the castle and she was pushed out of the castle, secreted out of the castle. Yeah.
I fear for father's life. The servants are full wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you. Would you mind taking a letter to my father? At the castle, my sole wish is that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe.
Sure.
Thank you. Dearly. Then please, take this.
Irina's letter.
Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please.
Letter addressed to the commander of Castle Morn. Letter given by Irina, addressed to her father, the commander of Castle Morn. Gorgeous silken handkerchief, lightly stained with blood. Words can be made out within. Well, make them out. Yeah, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not a huge fan of a game forcing you to be decent in that manner. Like when you're playing Animal Crossing, and it says you can't move furniture because you have visitors. Like, I don't fucking care. Move it anyways. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good attack there. Hello, giant. Let's put... Oh, why are you suddenly aggro? You didn't know I was here. What the heck? Can I craft? I can't craft I can't craft crystal throwing knives. Can't craft crystal. Interesting. Tongue twisters tie tongues terribly. Alright. More thin beast bones. Yee. I'll make more knives out of your bones and kill your friends with them. It'll be neat. How many do I have left? None. Okay. I just thought it would be neat to kill one of them with just that, you know? And it was, I think. And look, I didn't even need them. A strip of white flesh. I think we already got one of those, didn't we? Yeah, that's our second. Still haven't picked up anything new. I'm not gonna go for the, because it's not needed, you know? You can just beat the crap out of him until he's dead. Why not, right? Oh, he didn't drop anything. I don't know why, but I thought he was guaranteed to drop something. I don't know what I thought he was gonna drop, but whatever it was, he didn't. The Morningstar. Great hammer comprised of a globe attached to a handle. Though a bludgeon dealing strike damage, the appellative star is covered with spikes which cause blood loss. Ironic given its graceful name. This weapon often reeks of blood. Bears the skill Kick. Push an enemy back with a high kick, effective against enemies who are guarding, and can break a foe's stance. Sometimes a simple tool is the most effective. You want to put a nail in some wood, you need a hammer. You can hit it with a wrench, but should probably use that hammer, you know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Why? Don't ask me to explain myself, okay? It can't be done. I hear tingly, tingly. Well, hello there. You can corral these guys like sheep. They will always run the opposite direction you come at them from, so typically you want to come to their side and force them into the wall. Ash of War, Mighty Shot. This Ash of War grants no affinity to an armament, but imparts the following skill. Mighty Shot, archery skill performed from an oblique stance. Ready the bow, then pull the bowstring to its limit to enhance the power of the shot, penetrating the enemy's guard. Usable on light bows and long bows. Well, isn't that something? Hello! I think we rested here already. Yeah, when we ran over there to grab the map. What else did we do over there? Can't remember the reason we went over there. Like, we ran over here, grabbed the map, rested at the castle, and then ran away. I don't remember why I did that. I know what it is. I just wanted to grab the map while we were here, and while I was grabbing the map, this golem shot at me, and we couldn't have that, so we killed him. And then I grabbed the grace while I was over there, because it was there. Yeah, that's what happened. And then we talked to this guy. Cracked pots. Go ahead and buy one of those. You can reuse those, by the way. The Crimson Amber Medallion. I think this will be more beneficial than what we currently have. We'll buy that. And then a note. Imparting knowledge in brief. That's all we'll have for now.
You will.
And you as well, I suppose. Until the day of your reaping. Cracked pot. This empty pot somehow mends itself when broken. See what I tell you? Essential vessel for crafting cracked pot items. The materials and magic sealed within deploy their effects when the pot is thrown. What do you mean I can't use it? I guess I have to be in the equipment menu. A medallion with crimson amber inlaid boosts maximum HP. The Erdtree's old sap becomes amber, treasured as the most precious of jewels in the age of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. A primordial life energy resides inside. There's a note. Demi-Human mobs. A note sold by a nomadic merchant imparting knowledge in brief. Slay the Demi-Human mob's leader first, and the rest will lose hope and panic. Yes, when you're fighting a boss, ignore the ads. That's the best advice anyone can give. I mean, there are some cases where it's useful. Like in that cave we first went into where you fight the chieftains. It's useful there. But there are bigger bosses than that among the demi-humans. And their health bars are big enough that I feel like you probably shouldn't ignore the ads. So it'll take you long enough to kill them that the ads will fuck you up if you don't acknowledge them. Unless you're just really good at avoiding them. But that's more of a challenge run thing, not something you should actually employ as a strategy. So, yeah, if you're... I should acknowledge that. If you're on the cliff over here, and you're wondering how you get on this tower, now you know. I guess there's another place like I talked about where you can just use the launcher for something other than its intended purpose. The Great Turtle Shell. A shield fashioned from a great turtle shell. The natural curve helps it contend with foes' attacks. The turtle is a symbol of tirelessness, and this shield boosts stamina recovery speed. Skill Barricade Shield. A skill made famous by Sir Needhart. Focus your energy into the shield, temporarily hardening it to deflect greater blows. It's actually a pretty good shield skill if you want to use shield skills instead of no skill. Herba. I don't remember what it's used for, but I'm going to pick it up because, like I said, I'm going to do more crafting in this time around. Speaking of which, let's make a firebomb. That's pretty neat. You know, I still believe that the cat talisman is kind of useless, but soft cotton might actually be useful given the fact that some of the secret areas require you to take damage to get down to them. So, I'm gonna go ahead and make some of that. Let's make 5 of them. Rowa raisins. Those can be used to heal Torrent if you need to. We'll make 5 of these as well. And we'll not make any of those because we don't need to. Alright, cool. Cocktail of incendiary materials is sealed inside. Throw at enemies to inflict fire damage. A soft but sturdy cotton formed from splitting open Rowa fruit in a particular manner. Attaching this cotton to the bottom of one's feet allows for temporary reduction in fall damage and sound. It also reduces the sound of one's footsteps. If you must court danger, at the very least, tread lightly. Then the Rowa fruit, preparation of dried Rowa fruit. Feed to Torrent the spectral steed while riding to restore his HP. Humans are unable to digest Rowa fruit, but Torrent seems to have a taste for it. Nice. Here is a wizard tower. These have little riddles associated with them. Bow wow, wow, wow. Where'd the last one go? Oh. Alright. And beast bones. I think we'll start the next episode figuring out this riddle. That'll be neat. And it should have some more action in it. I think there was a lot of wandering around and reading in this one. Next one will be actiony. I'm sure of it. But until I see you next time at Oradis's Rise, you all take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, you know, all that stuff. Alright, love you, goodbye!